Let's go. Welcome back. Thursday night. Hope you're having a lovely Thursday night. I'm going to pull up a chessboard and play some 5-minute blitz. Let's go. E4, E5, best by test. You know me, going to play the Italian. If you go one step further, it's the Roy Lopez or the Spanish game. Opponent drops the bishop back right away. Castle, no hassle. It's always useful keeping the bishop off of G4. I like to develop the rest of my pieces, as well as this d-pawn. Let's go. Pre-moving here. Okay, the bishop is usually developed on its starting square, so I'm just going to get this knight into the game. Knight can also develop here. Okay, knight is rerouting right away. I'm here. Either way, I'm going to have an isolated d-pawn. Can take, or I can drop the bishop back. The idea of taking if pawn takes. But no, I'm going to take here. Okay, giving up the bishop. Removing here, but creating a more solid d-pawn, defending with this d-pawn if pawn takes. Now, rerouting this bishop. Bishop wants to come here, queen wants to come here with certain ideas. Removing here. Oh, so today, interesting news. Liren withdrew from the Sinkfield Cup and the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz, which are both upcoming. So Ding has barely played any chess since he won his world championship. He did play a tournament right after, as well as Nepo did, and they both did very terribly. Nepo has continued to play since then, but Ding has not played any tournaments. That was back in March, I think, that he won the world championships and then played in that tournament. And now here we are in November. The world was expecting to see him in St. Louis, but it's not going to happen. So all kinds of speculation. Is Ding actually going to defend his title?
It's controversial to say.
Sorry, commercial. Is he going to defend his title? Is he going to walk away from chess? These are the questions the whole world wants to know. I hope he defends his title. Because a lot of people are talking how he's not really the world champion because he hasn't beat Magnus. And Magnus is the #1 rated player. Okay, where's this queen going? Okay, maybe the queen is useful on this diagonal. Maybe if I can land something here. Okay, my opponent wants to trade queens. I say no, man. I like to keep all the pieces on the board, or as many as I can. Although, if you move here, queen takes. I'm gonna trade queens. Knight takes. Then I play e4. Pawn is defended. Now bringing the rook to the semi-open c-file. So down on time, down about a minute and a half. But material's even. They do have these doubled awkward pawns. And the rook doesn't have too much of a scope on the c-file either. Okay, getting this knight into the game. Okay, kick the knight, because I can grab here. Maybe there's some checking ideas. Doesn't do anything at the moment. Opponent steps out of that. Yeah, I don't know. The idea of this, maybe a rook lift, maybe doubling on the f-file. But if Ding doesn't want to defend his title, that will mean that there'll be 2 spots up for grabs at the candidates tournament. which will be interesting. And instead of defending the pawn with the rook, I'm just going to push this pawn forward. I'd like to see Fabi get to the World Chess Championships in the next cycle. I'd like to see Fabi become the World Chess Champion. Okay, if this knight goes anywhere, this pawn is loose. This with the idea of doubling. Well, let's go. It would also be fun to see Alireza Firouzja in the World Chess Championships. Oh, okay, yeah, going after the rook. So, sticking to plans, doubling here, and I do have this now, which goes after this pawn 3 times. And the pawn defends the knight. Let's go. I should speed up. Still down about a minute and a half on the clock. Way too much talking. Just bringing this knight in. Trying to get tricky with the knight somehow. Take your time, opponent. Take your time. Okay, so the bishop goes back. Now I can play this. Going after this 3 times. Let's go. It does come at a cost. This pawn is loose. Oh, it comes a check. Of course it comes a check. So my opponent has a dark square bishop. I'm going to go on a light square. Temporary pawn sacrifice. Here I can just grab en passant, can't I? This is defended 4 times by all these pieces and the pawn. Yeah, I'm gonna grab here because I don't want knight taking. This pawn is loose. Grab this pawn. Maybe regrouping, go after the knight, or the knight going after the rook. Meanwhile, down to 47 seconds. And my opponent, okay, equal pawns. Going after the rook. Maybe this is a move too, going after the bish. Another time scramble. Okay, going after the rook. Right, knight going after the bish. And pre-moving here. It looks like you have this check and this, but the knight defends. Check here. I don't think the king wants to come here. King's coming here. Okay, now you do have this, but I can block with a pawn. Okay. Check here, but I can approach the rook. Okay, grabbing here. 30 seconds. Oh. Opponent missed this lateral move by the rook. Can't defend this pawn. This pawn's pinned. This king's coming closer to center. You can't push this pawn. You try. But my king's in time, and I'm gonna gobble up these pawns now. 21 seconds. More than enough time. And the problem is the king can never go up to this pawn because then we have a runner. Let's go. We have a runner anyways. $11 seconds. 10 seconds. Removing here. Let's go. Leaning back. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you next time. Cheers.